So I'm gonna tell you guys what the secret to success is, and it's very simple: showing up. People don't realize showing up is the secret to success. I got late. I was late today, right? I I I was out dealing with something with my wife, and she was in urgent care, and I had to, handle family first. But I still showed up, and the funny part was when I got into the Discord, when I got into the Zoom chat, the Zoom room, I had 10 people waiting to hop in, and I was like, "What the hell?" People are knocking down the door to try to get to where they need to be to get to that better lifestyle. So showing up is a major key. And when you show up, you're going to get access to things that people you didn't think they were going to get access to. Now, here, what's the trade line? Everybody's eventually going to get that $600 trade line. But why am I giving it away? Because we're still testing the files. We're still running through the test. We're still going through everything. We want to make sure that it gets onto Experian. It gets everything done, and we get there over. We get that over because next trade line that has to go out is going to be Equifax, and I got to run that to Equifax, and then Equifax. Then we're going to work on TransUnion. TransUnion is 9 months out, but by 2027, we should be reporting to all three bureaus, plus three of the major business credit bureaus. I have Credit Safe. I have a meeting with Credit Safe next week, and I have a meeting with Dun and Bradstreet in 3 weeks from now. That's my focus. I want to be a data furnisher in the sense of I want to be a creditor. So when you guys come in, you buy something from me. Say you buy the business package on a software, you're gonna get a free trade line. I'm gonna make it a value of what you pay every month. So when you pay it, I'm gonna give you a crazy ass trade line because that's what you guys are. You guys are doing it. Why shouldn't you be rewarded, right, for showing up and trying to build yourself up? You guys should be rewarded on every step of the way. That's what we're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yo,
so
V,
much.
V, you know how long Sharonda's been with me? Sharonda's 10 years. Sharonda's been with me since week 4 of starting the company. Almost a year and a half.
Sharonda.
Sharonda been around for a long time.
Hey, Coach V.
So at the end of the day, like we come in, we're building that sentiment to keep everybody around. I want to build a relationship with each and every single one of you. You guys see how I am with Noah. Like I recognized when Ralph wasn't showing up to the classes. I didn't see Ralph's face. Ralph came up with the lunch and learn thing. Like we haven't done a lunch and learn in a while because I've just been busy with the baby. But at the end of the day, we're gonna start going back to a lunch and learn once a week. Going over the software, going over things that anything that we pick up or anything that we're gonna launch new in the score machine. Anthony shows up every Friday, so every person that's in here, you want to be successful, show up. Show up to the event that you don't want. Oh my God, this one I'm talking from personal experience. Show up to the event that you don't want to go to. That is the hardest, most mentally, physically thing that will mess with your mind. Show up to the event that you don't want to go to because you never know what will happen. You will never know what will happen. You will never know who you will meet. You'll never know who you'll rub shoulders with, and you might not meet nobody. I want to say this, but you showed up. You showed up every time.
You did meet your new better self when you showed up.
You met somebody that persevered, that did something that they want to do, as out of their comfort zone. V, you said it yesterday. I love what you said yesterday. You had a hard time with public speaking, but when you were in that situation and they got you in front of the camera and things, like you got comfortable and you got confident. But you have to show up to do that. If you don't show up to do that, you're never gonna feel what it is. I don't do these webinars. These webinars are 3 hours long. Sometimes I don't even know what the hell I spoke about for 3 hours. I swear to God, I tell Micah, I'm like, because after the end of every class, Micah, our team sits down and we go over, we take the good and the bad of every class and we try to make it better for each class, right? and I go in and I'm like, what did I talk about? Sometimes I go in and I'm like, what the hell did I talk about for 3 hours? I don't know what I spoke about for 3 hours, but we do, because that's being able to hold a conversation with each and every single one of you. And the more questions that we have, the longer the conversation goes, because the questions are good. I don't care about this. Is not a podcast to me. I want you to understand that. This is help. This is help that's going. This is a mastermind class. It's very different than a podcast. The people that are here are looking to better their lives. Podcast people are looking to waste time while they're driving. Right? I'm not a podcast guy. I'm a mastermind guy. I want to leave this with something that I can execute and do every time. Dre would always tell you at the end of every meeting, guys, go into community, and every community drop 2 things that you learned. Why? I never did that before. That was Dre's thing. I like that. Why? Because now it's actually saying, what have you took away from this mastermind? What have you done with this mastermind? What have you learned this time around? What can we do? Next week we're gonna run a poll. I wanna be teaching you guys the things that you're looking for. Business credit. Business credit's my thing. I'm rewriting my book. It's gonna take a while because I'm busy as all hell. I'm gonna rewrite my business credit book. I wrote that book almost 8 years ago. I'm gonna rewrite it. I'm gonna bring it up to speed. Okay. After I'm done bringing that up to speed, that's gonna be crazy. Hustles mentality. Look what's going on over there. Smart Hustles Club. That's the key. Look at Dre. Dre's on the phone working as usual. As usual, it's the thing that we do. It's the thing that we do. And we can't stress to the people that we're with, right, for work, if we're not doing the same thing. We're not showing up when we need to show up. Yeah, maybe, you know what? It comes down to the point where, yes, you have to put yourself in that mentality. And it's okay to falter. I want to say this to everybody over here. It's okay to fail. It's okay to falter. It's okay to get weak in the knees. Here's the thing that I tell everybody. This community that we've built is for people that are out there, that if you get weak in the knees, that you can put your shoulder on and say, hey, help me out. I don't know what the hell's going on here, and I need help. That's where, Ralph, you were talking about the family sentiment. That's where that's the family sentiment. That's that family sentiment. Like, what's going on? Like, you said it during Christmas or whenever it was. Like, I'm going through a rough time. Talk to me, bro. What's going on? Let me see how I can help. If you don't bring your community with you, they ain't gonna. You're doing nothing. You're just a talking head. I don't want to be a talking head. I don't want to be a talking head. I don't want to be somebody that's here preaching every freaking Friday about nothing. And we're not watching you guys do anything. That war machine that I developed that war machine for one reason and one reason only. Because I realized that you guys weren't getting the results that you were getting, that you were paying for. So we came in and we hammered it hard to figure out what's going on. I took what Dre was talking about, because Dre, you don't understand, if you don't listen to your partner either, and you don't listen to what's going on, what your partner's preaching, especially when you got a good one, you cannot. You're not going to grow. So I'm like, what's Dre doing? Let me try to incorporate this into what we're doing. Let me try to. I look at my daughter this morning and I said, I can't fail. There is no such thing as I'm going to fail. It's now I can't fail.
Do
And
or do not. Try.
that is a huge deal, guys. Think about what I just said. Like, you have to put that in your mindset. Like, I can't fail. Like, I'm gonna do what it takes. There was I forgot what movie it was. It was a movie with that guy. All right, all right, all right, all right. What's his name? What's that actor's name?
Kevin Hart.
No, Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
Matthew McConaughey. Uh, he was in a football movie, and he told the principal of the college, he was like, you didn't marry your wife by sending a letter, did you? Like, you went to go meet her. And they were talking about getting into the NCAA board or whatever the case may be. I think the name of the movie is called We Are Marshall. And
The AI Gold Rush is
And I watched that movie and I was like, there's certain things that I took away from that. And the key that was like, you got to show up. You got to show up to every place that you got to go. You got to be there and just do what you got to do. And then you'll be in a good